The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JB of the Drunk Texting Podcast. Before we get into today's episode, we had some technical difficulties, and sadly, we don't have video for today's episode. So it's all going to be audio. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know what happened with the video, but I promise next episode, episode 32, we will have video back. For those of you that watch it on YouTube, for those of you that are on Spotify, it'll be business as usual. But with that being said, on to today's episode, thank you so much for watching and enjoying our content. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy JB. I am one half of the co-hosting team for the Drunk Texting Podcast. You know, the podcast where we have some drinks, talk some mess, and, you know, Get you through your Thirsty Thursdays is only we know how to do. As I've already said, I am one half of your co-hosting team, JB, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-hostess with the mostest. After her week off vacation, you know, she got a week off. I gave her a week off for Thanksgiving. She is now back. Please tell the people who you are and what your adjective is for this week.
I am. Dang, I had it. Where'd it go?
Unprepared. The unprepared.
I had it. No. God, I had it. I had it.
That's tragic.
I swear I had it, bro. Bro, sure. Fuck it. Why not? I am the beneficial. Kristal Shane.
That's hilarious.
Beneficial. Yes.
What are you benefiting from?
Life.
You know, that is a lovely, you know, I give you that one. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Benefiting from life. Before we get on to today's episode, please remember, as we say always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. Before we get to our first section of the week, Kristal, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was actual Thanksgiving, great. Everything leading up to it, a mess. But it's fine.
You know, I believe that. But why was everything leading up to it a mess? Please.
Because I worked every single day leading up to Thanksgiving. And where I work, it is straight. It's not where you want to be. And this year was the worst it's been in years. So everybody was mentally checked out by like 11 o'clock.
It was hot dog water?
It was straight bottom of the barrel garbage water.
Dang. That's right.
That's been sitting there for like 3 days in the heat.
That is a tragedy. A tragedy upon the people. You do anything special for Thanksgiving? You go see family. You spend it with your significant other.
I did both. One day with significant other and the fam. The next day was with my family. So little double team. Been eating it for days. So.
Love that so much. We did the same thing. We went to my wife's dad's side of the family. We went to South Carolina. We were true to our word. Went up there to South Carolina. We stayed up there Thursday, Friday, got up Saturday, left Saturday, and then we immediately booked it and went down to my hometown, and we spent Saturday and Sunday with my parents. And that was fun. Also true to our word, when we were in South Carolina, we had lumpia. We made and cooked lumpia. We made it literally Wednesday night. We were sitting at the table, rolling up the lumpia for Thursday. And when we got there, we were gonna cook it. Gabby was gonna cook it herself, but Gabby's uncle, because we had it at Gabby's uncle's house this year. Gabby's uncle is such a tinkerer. Like, he's the type of person that he loves to tinker with things. He loves to get these little projects and figure them out and make them work. We didn't see it when we walked in, because when you walk in, you go into like this little not fenced in, the mesh patio area.
Yeah.
We walk in, we walk into the patio, walk into the kitchen, cool. We tell them about the lumpia, that we still got to cook it. he goes, "What do you got a cooking? Like you cook it in the oven, you fry it?" Which I don't understand why he said that because they've had lumpia before. I don't understand, but
Just
regardless,
want to know.
and he's like, "No, we gotta fry it. We're gonna put it on the stove and fry it up on the stove." He was like, "No, no, no, I got something for that." So he takes us back out to the patio. Tell me why this man had one of those industrial deep fryers, like the ones that they use at McDonald's with like the two baskets, and like
Right.
he
Why?
had, and I'm talking like that thing is standing, like it's one of those like
Why?
standing ones.
Why
Like
does he have that?
it was so I don't I guess you didn't see it because I posted it on my Snapchat and I might add the video here in the little thing. But like he had one of those. And the funniest part about it was he before he started, he's explaining to us why he had it. Because he knows the guy, I guess he's buddies with the guy who his job is he does maintenance on them at different restaurants in South Carolina and like the area that we were in. And I guess he had this one because I guess the business went under or whatever. He was possibly going to try to get into another one, but he just had it and he was like, I'm not getting rid of it. So he sold it to Gabby's uncle, my uncle, sold it to the uncle. And the part that got me, he was like, yeah, it was for natural gas. It ran through natural gas, but we fixed it up. We got it to where it'll work with propane. And I was like, what the fuck?
What?
So literally, he had it like connected to a little propane tank. The propane tank was like fucking huge, big one, and like he literally like opens the little compartment in the front, like click click click, like lights it on fire, like the little underneath thing ignites it, closes it back up. He's like, yeah, we got to give it a few minutes and let it heat up. Literally, it heats up. He lays out, I want to say at least like 20 of them in both baskets, and then just and I'm like, what the fuck? This dude has like an industrial like literally the cousins, like it's like me, Gabby, and one of Gabby's cousins, Mary. We're out there standing with him, watching him in amazement because we're like, how the when the why the fuck? Like we were just in awe
In what
of this.
world?
We were just in awe of this, and so finally he gets a couple. He gets the first round of them done. He dumps them out so they can drain. Gabby's dad comes out. And context, Gabby's dad, of course, married to Gabby's mom. Gabby's mom's Filipino, so he's had the cultural food. And I'm talking these lumpias, this first round couldn't have been out of the fryer for maybe more than like 30 seconds. He goes over, grabs one out of the thing, and goes, hush, 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 and is going at it. And we're all looking at him. Gabby's like, don't burn yourself, bro. You're gonna hurt yourself.
No, you
And
staring at John?
he had the most dad
Understandable.
response. He literally looks at her and goes, "Hey, don't worry about me. I've been eating these since before you were born."
And he's not lying. That's the
He,
crazy part about
and that is the crazy part. Like he's not lying, but it was so wild. So literally after that, he then turns to the uncle, Uncle Dave, and he literally goes, "Hey, did you ever get your share of lumpia that I brought up here?" The It was the funniest moment at the fryer. Hey, did you get your share of lumpia? What share? Like full, like over the shoulder. So come to find out, Gabby's mom had made lumpia to for Gabby's dad to take up to South Carolina whenever he went to go visit because they love the lumpia. They love Gabby's mom's cooking. He gave it to the oldest sister when he went up there
it.
and told her like, "Hey, yeah, it got to get dispersed amongst all of y'all." Tell me why Gabby's cousin Mary literally was like, "No, he didn't," because he said what share. She goes, "No, he didn't get it because it's still in the deep freezer.
Oh,
I know exactly where it is right now in the deep freezer." I was like,
oh,
come to find out,
my
he
man
had
is
got it.
arguing.
It was wild, and the food was good. It was a fun time. Got to hang out with family. Got to see family that I don't see very often. Some of them I haven't seen since the wedding. Actually, no, that's a lie because we did the family reunion earlier this year, so we did get to see. No, no, that's still a lie. Some of them I hadn't seen since. No, so some of them I had seen earlier this year because of the family reunion. Some of them I haven't seen since actually before the wedding, like because some of them weren't able to make it to the wedding because of other things happening. So there were some we hadn't seen in like a couple years. It was nice getting to see them, getting to hang out. Friday we went to go see Moana with the cousin Mary, and then we
How was
also
it?
got to. Oh, it was great. I'm gonna get into that in a moment. We'll come back. But I will,
Please.
for right now, I will say it was a great movie. I loved it. But for reasons outside of my control, I am more than likely going to try to go back and see it again now that we're back
Ooh.
here. Um, but yeah, after we went and saw the movie, we went and hung out with all the cousins. All the cousins had a fish fry, and we all just hang out and drank and talked. It was fun. Um, so back to why why I did not get a chance, or why I'm probably gonna see it again now that I'm back home, is because we went to go see the movie. It was myself, Gabby, Mary. We went to go see the movie. The movie, understandably, is kind of packed. It's Black Friday, people ain't got school, ain't nobody got work. We're kind of packed.
Right.
They're the majority of parents with their kids there. Even the row
Mm.
we're on, it's the three of us. There's like two older women next to us. Then there's like some kids and their families like further down the aisle. There's like three or four seats to my right. There's three girls that probably were like early 20s, maybe late teens, right there next to me. Behind us was some families, cool. But directly behind us was a teenage guy, and I'm assuming his girlfriend. I don't know for sure.
Oh,
The whole entire fucking movie. The entire fucking movie. I'm talking from the beginning, before the movie even started, to the very fucking end. This motherfucker talked the entire fucking movie. And I'm not just talking. No, we could clearly. Oh my god, look at that! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh look at that! Oh that's so cool! So literally throughout the movie, the three of us are turning around and being like, "Shut the fuck up!" There's another family that's like, "Dude, can you be quiet?" Like we're like people are telling him to shut up. And it's irritating. Literally, at one point, I have to like put my elbow out to Gabby because she was getting irritated to the point of like she was about to stand up and like get on him for real.
she would.
And so I had to like, oop, no, don't do it, don't do it. The movie's almost over. It's fine. And then the girl that was sitting right next to me throughout the movie would literally have her phone and like would be like on the phone and it's bright and I can see it. And what pissed me off
Oh,
is all of the apps that she went in, none of them were in dark mode. They were all in like bright, in like white mode, and like
ew.
I hated
That's
it so
gross.
bad. So literally, we were leaving the movie after it was done. Again, great movie. I think it was great. It was a great story. I was curious how they were gonna do a second story after the first one. I was like, what are we doing? Because it seems like it wrapped up. It
Right.
is a really good story. I like the continuation. I like how they continued to build the world. With that being said,
Okay.
after we leave the movie, I'm still fussing. I'm fussing and cussing, as my dad would say. I'm like, man, what that was bullshit. That motherfucker should have shut the fuck up. Da 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 da. And then I said something because the girls that were beside me were also walking out at the same time. And I said something. I was like, and that little bitch had her fucking phone out the whole time. Got that shit brightness all up. It was really distracting in the movie. And I catch her looking at me, making a face.
Mm.
And I turned to her, and Gabby is my witness. I turned to her, and I'm like, and I said what the fuck I said,
Ooh.
and I literally looked dead at her and her friends, and I said that shit. I screamed it, and I walked off, and I was like, not dare them to fucking say something, cause like you need to have some kind of etiquette. Like it's bad when the little children, the literal little children in the movie did better than you.
People have no movie etiquette anymore,
And
and
that
that's the
shit
truth.
pisses me the fuck off because it's like, why are you coming to the movie if you're talking all loud and if you're gonna be on your fucking phone the whole time? Why are you there? Cause that shit
They're
is it like stay the fuck home if you're gonna do that shit. Cause that's not like people come to the movies to actually watch the movies. I know that's a shocker. Like
crazy.
like genuinely, even when I was growing up, people didn't hardly ever go to the movies to do certain things. Like, yes, it happened, but like it wasn't our main focus for going to the movies.
We went to the movies to watch the movies.
Exactly. Did I go to the movies so I could see my girlfriend in high school and make out during the movies? Absolutely. Could I tell you what happened in the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds? Absolutely not. To this day, I still haven't seen that movie top to bottom. I could not tell you what happened in that movie.
That's a shame.
It's not a shame. I'm not ashamed.
Heathenry.
You cannot shame me for
I
something that I
will.
wanted to do when I was a teenager, okay?
You want
It,
to go off?
it's even funnier though because she didn't tell her mom that she was coming to meet her boyfriend at the movie, so her little brother was there with her. So that shit was so funny. Literally in the movie, it's me, my high school girlfriend, her little brother. Like me and her just making out. He's just sitting there watching the movie, just enamored with the movie. Like literally, there was a point where like we were like making out, and we hear him go, "Whoa!" and like he's so cool. And we were just like, "All right, dude." This shit was so funny. Oh my god. I think my mom. I think it was funny because I feel like I remember telling my mom that I was going to meet my girlfriend. Like we were going to see the movie as like a date. But because her mom didn't know, I think I think my mom saw her mom or whatever, and they got to talking because my mom and uh, my ex's grandmother were actually like classmates in high school. So like she knew her mom. So she was just like, oh yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I brought y'all to here. You know, you and him and her, y'all, yeah, they blah, blah, blah. And so she calls her in the theater and was like, so why you didn't tell me you were coming up here to see a boy?
Oh,
It was
not
fine.
stressed out.
Nah, she called her. She stepped out, take the phone call. She was okay with it. She really just would. She would have been more okay if she would have told her.
Fair.
Like,
That's
hey,
fair.
tell her that you like, hey.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, man, that's what it is with the movie. Nobody has movie theater etiquette anymore. I think I'd be more okay if there was a couple making out in the movies while I'm trying to watch the movie because at least that's not distracting.
Right. If you're in the
Like,
back, I can't see you.
right, like you in the very back, you in the very front. Like, okay, fine, whatever,
Just
do
keep
your
it quiet.
right. Like that's less
Keep it
distracting than hearing, "Oh my God, did you see that?" Blah, 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 blah. We don't need live commentary, motherfucker. We all see the damn movie.
fair.
We all see
Big
that
fair.
shit. Shit, it irritated. That's how my Thanksgiving went. It was a good Thanksgiving though. All in all, I would say that this is especially since I've gotten 18 and grown up. I think this was probably third, fourth on my list of like my favorite Thanksgivings.
Okay,
Yeah,
solid.
it was a solid Thanksgiving. It was busy, a lot of driving, but it is what it is. I enjoyed it.
Fair.
But enough preamble. We are going to move on. We are going to get into our first official section of the week, which is our question of the week. This week, question of the week via Reddit, via the Ask Reddit subreddit. What's something that's supposed to be sexy but does absolutely nothing for you? Some of these responses I kind of agree with. I'm not gonna lie. First one out the gate, kind of a small story time is kind of good. I stayed with my friend in Canada one time, and he bought me a lap dance. The lady was very attractive, but it was one of the saddest experiences of my life. Sad for everyone. So like, it didn't do nothing for him. I think that is wild.
Mm.
He was not attracted. He did not find the lap dance to be sexy.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Honestly, I've never gotten a lap dance from a stripper ever.
Mm.
And so I feel like I wouldn't know what to do in said situation. Like, so, and I say that because like I've played GTA. Like I know what they do. Like, oh
Right.
yeah, GTA. You know, you do the little
Yeah.
stripper. You know, you do the strip dance, whatever. But like, I
Right.
genuinely, I'm like, what is the etiquette of what what is the etiquette
You
of
don't touch the
right,
strippers.
but like I want to tip them. Like they say you're supposed to like tip them while they're dancing. So like, do I give them? Do I like slip the dollar in the like? What do I do? Like, do I just like
You
throw
can like
it?
hold it, kind of like at a drag show. Just kind of hold it out or like throw it at them,
Like,
like
do I like
you
make it
know.
rain? You know, I do know.
Sure.
I will say I do know one thing because I saw this on a YouTube animated YouTube video where it was like you never if you let's say you have like $400 in one, you never blow all of it in one dance. You only do like
Nah.
$50 per
Yeah.
dance. And I'm just like, it's smart. I get it. I understand. Look,
What's your money?
you ration it, you make it last longer. So I get it.
Exactly. If you know you're gonna be there for like 3 hours, pull you out a little 300, little 250, ration it out, and boom, have yourself a good little time with
Yeah.
all the money you got.
Right. But yeah, lap dance. Personally, I like lap dancing for my wife. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I genuinely don't know, especially because I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I'd enjoy lap dance from a stripper. Maybe one day I'll see, I'll figure it out, and we'll go from there. But
I feel like they're better if you're single.
right, right. So I've seen enough Reddit like stories where I'm just like, so y'all be going to these strip clubs in relationship without y'all significant other? Like I feel like it's enjoyable if you're not single, if you're there with your significant other, and they're actively also enjoying the dances and the environment. But like if you just go by yourself, it's like you and some of your guys. I'm just like, I feel like it feels grody. Like the idea of it makes like it feels grody. You know.
That's fair.
Next one. This one, I feel like this one doesn't completely apply to me, but I can see how other people would feel. Playing hard to get. Shit, I'd rather just grab a beer and move on. For me, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, if I understand that you're playing hard to get because you do want me, like if you make it obvious that you want me, but you're kind of playing hard to get just to kind of be like, no, you got to put in a little effort. Like, okay,
Right.
like I get it because it's like we're playing a game right now. But
Exactly.
it's like if you have not up to point shown me that you have an interest in me and you call it playing hard to get, I'm out. Like no, make
Right.
your
It's not
intentions
even fun.
known. Make your intentions known because I'm gonna be
Direct.
upset. Ah, it's hot in here. I gotta roll up my sleeves. It's a little warm in here. Got the heat on in here. I'm in my little office space, so it's hot.
But you got on sleeves.
Hey man, it was cold today. I was outside. It was cold. I got on sleeves. I had me my big puffy jacket. I did what I did.
Mm.
This one, I didn't realize people still did this, but this was a comment posted 19 hours ago. Duck face and trout lips. Ugh. First off, I didn't know that was still a thing. I thought that was a trend that died in like 2012.
I thought it was too, but
And second, I thought it was a trend that died in 2012 for everybody except for Drake because clearly that man is trying to be the hottest baddie to ever come from Canada.
we're gonna let Drake do Drake.
Are we though? I said it
You
earlier.
don't have a choice.
I will never stop blasting Not Like Us.
I mean,
I
slick.
will never, ever, ever, ever stop
It's a bop.
blasting.
It's kind of a bop. I don't know why.
And his new album is even crazier. Like, how the hell this man just dropped a random, and he didn't even promote it. He just Happy Friday, y'all. Boop.
Ugh.
I've been Gabby has already gotten irritated with me because I have been absolutely going around talking about some mustard. Niggas think you're bad, ain't it? No, got it. That and the bim boom bop boom 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 bam. That's the type of shit I'm on. You wouldn't understand. Like I think
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar completely understand that people get vocal stems from his album, so he puts those in there for people
He
who are
does it
like,
for the people.
cause like he understands the people that listen to him. Bing bop boom boom bop boom bam like that like. I just be
Imagine being in
randomly
the
saying,
studio saying that.
bro. I know he had the most serious face chilling in the
Oh, of course
in
he
he
is.
had the most serious face just chilling in the fucking audience or in the studio doing it too. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Next one. Weirdly enough, really hot people. I mean the 10-10 flawless model type. They're just slightly uncanny valley because most people don't look like that. I need someone who has a distinct look. You know? I get it. Cause that like real cookie cutter, chiseled jawline,
It's
like
unsettling in a way.
kind of because it's just like
Like, who formed you?
and I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but like the men that be on the Bachelorette,
Hmm.
those types of guys, and like those types of women, the ones that are on the Bachelor, not all of them, some of them, but like they're all just so like chiseled, manufactured, sexy, and I'm just like, you're not attractive. Stop, please. If I
Like,
saw
you
you,
look, you look like every other bitch.
like you look like you stepped out of a creative character. Like, please.
Literally.
Look, you actually, to be specific, you look like you stepped out of an early 2000s creative character mode. Cause like them early 2000s, like them online like open world games where you could like create your character, but you were like purposefully supposed to make them like really attractive, like those kind of games. Ah, God, I'm kind of dating myself because there were a bunch of websites like that. I remember the Boys and Girls Club had to ban like 3 different websites that were like that.
That's so funny.
And it's
I love
wild, man.
that.
It was a wild time. Uh, there was an episode of Community where Donald Glover said he was more turned on by women in pajamas than lingerie. That hit hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't co-sign that one. I love some lingerie. That shit look nice and I love it. I love it. I love it. But on the flip side of that, I also love it when my lady is in a big old t-shirt with nothing on underneath or just some panties, or if she in her moo because it's the duality of it. It's the duality. It is. And I think my men will understand. There's a duality to it. Because we think that you are beautiful, sexy, radiant, and effervescent. And my lady smell like candy all the time. She's sweet like cotton candy. Sweet like cotton candy, baby. Yes, she is. And I love her to death. I love her to death. Can munch on her all the time. Yes, you don't want your man munching on you?
I
That's a
don't want to
tragedy.
be touched.
That's a
Leave me
tragedy.
alone.
That's a tragedy. That's,
Unfortunate.
it is. It is a very unfortunate. Uh, fake butts. They don't look good naked or with clothes. Just a fat blob.
That's
Damn.
big facts.
So
That's real big facts.
another one with a shot at Drake. Baby L Drizzy. Baby L Drizzy. Let me stop for that man trying to sue us.
Right.
Let me stop.
Don't get on his sue
That
list.
man gonna try to look. That man gonna put us on his to sue list.
Child.
The fact that he's really trying to sue the company that owns his group, like that's just so wild to me. Like,
Crazy.
why would you do that?
Who you mad
Why would you do that? Let's see. Huh, huh. I don't know if I feel about this one. One time, I was dating a girl, and she started doing anime moans. I don't know how to describe it, but it made me pause mid thrust, and I still think about it a lot. I don't know. I like the animated. I do.
That sounds weird.
I like the anime. Like not necessarily the anime moans, but I like when you're animated. Be animated.
You can be animated without being anime.
True.
Because anime, that's a border to weird.
Here's one. Baby talk.
Like actual baby
I
talk.
think so. I think so.
That's
Cause like
sick.
soft talk is one thing, but actually like who's my little baby kid? Exactly.
Just instant
Oh,
desert.
this one's funny. This one's funny to me. A tongue in my ear. I don't mind my earlobe, but I hate the sound of a tongue inside my ear.
Don't put your tongue anywhere near my ears. I will scream.
That's
I'll
hilarious, man.
scream bloody murder. You put your tongue near my ears. That's unsanitary and just disturbing on every single level.
You right. Uh, ha! This is the last one because it kind of ties into the other one. That weird cross-eyed tongue out thing. The
Oh,
ahego, yeah.
yeah, that's what I was the word I was thinking. I hate it. It's weird and not. I don't think that's natural. That's not a normal face people make.
Literally, literally.
You have to force yourself to make that face.
I said that was the last one. I saw one. I saw one, and this one, I have a story in this one. Being spit on, like I don't want that. I don't. So
Ew.
I'm not gonna name names. I knew somebody. I knew somebody in. I knew somebody in college, a good friend of mine, and truthfully, had things gone another way, me and her probably would have ended up doing canoodling at a time.
Mm.
She told me, and this wasn't an inconfident thing. Like she did say it, she confidently was about it. She enjoyed when guy spit in her mouth.
Ugh, I'm sick. I am sick. I am disgusted. That is literally the top of ew.
Look,
Don't ever. If you do that, you will die immediately.
look, man.
Like that's immediate death. That's how you ask to die. You just asked me to kill you. That's what you in my fucking mouth you don't do. You will die where you stand.
Yeah. All right, but that was a good one. People in the community, let us know what's something that's supposed to be sexy but absolutely does nothing for you. Please let us know in the comments. I think for me, I'm not sure. I'm really actually not sure. I'm not 100% sure what's something that like people find sexy that I don't. Cause there's not really anything that my wife does that's supposed to be sexy that I find not. Like everything she does that to like be sexy is like sexy to me. So
I mean, it's your wife supposed to be.
exactly. What about you?
Mm, personally, I'm not a fan of, and this is might be controversial, like among women's.
Okay.
I don't like I don't like super muscular guys. I don't like you got muscle everywhere. I don't like that. That looks uncomfortable. So too many muscles, too many abs. I don't like it. It's sexy as some. I don't like it. It's not me.
That's fair. That's fair. That's valid. I get it. Studio audience, what about you?
Got nothing.
Tragic.
There's nothing that other people find sexy that you're like, nah, I'll keep that. They got that.
Uh, People with or women with overly large chests or bottoms.
Mm.
It just looks,
So you disproportionate.
yes, disproportionate.
That's fair.
Okay,
At
that's
that
fair.
point,
You got some Betty Boop stuff going on with that one. Sure.
That's fair. That's valid.
Mad that one.
Alrighty, but
Mm.
that's that's pretty straight. We're gonna move on to our next section. We're gonna get kind of quick through this one. Here's our would you rather of the week. Would you rather never get cold? No, sorry. Would you rather never catch a cold ever again or never be stuck in traffic ever again? I know my answer. I'm gonna be honest. What about you? What do you think?
So never catch a cold or never be stuck in traffic.
Yeah,
I'd rather never be stuck in traffic again.
you think so?
I don't get sick that I might get sick maybe once, twice a year. I'll take that if it means I don't get traffic. I'll take it.
I think for me, I'd rather never get a cold again because I get the sniffles all the time. So I definitely think, I think, yeah, I think I'd rather never catch a cold ever again. Because the thing is, I don't travel like that to get stuck in traffic like that. So, so
Let's be nice. Look at me. I'm sorry, you dying?
so what about you?
I'll shoot you.
hmm.
So what about me?
What about you?
What about me?
What's your? Oh, you already. Oh, is it me? My turn.
Mm,
I'm so confused.
it flows.
Oh, like what happened? Oh gosh. Hello.
What?
I was a good person now. Okay.
He's moving, but there's no sound coming out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Don't Why are you just shaking your head, bro?
Just shaking my head, bro.
You saying nothing. It keeps freezing. I'm like, what's happening?
Just shaking my head.
Listen, I'm still saying no traffic.
I'd rather see, because the thing is, and what irritates me is I can take all the Zyrtec, all the fucking Claritin. I'll still mess around and get the sniffles, and that get on my nerves. So
I can't. I cannot.
I'd rather just never get the little sniffles ever again. I'd
Mm.
be happy.
I second that.
You what?
I second that. Never get cold again.
That's because you get a cold every month.
I was born with a low white blood cell count. I can't. Okay.
Everything we learn about the studio audience just makes me a little bit more sad. Like, damn,
Welcome,
my guy.
welcome, welcome to my life,
And
man.
it's just like the way you said it, bro. Like, damn. You couldn't have even said it differently. Like, he literally was like, I was born with a low white cell blood count. Like,
You
you
might as well
remind
be born with glass mold and paper skin.
literally, that's what he reminds me of. He
Like,
reminds me of that bitch from SpongeBob with the freaking, I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my arms, and every night I break my legs.
my legs.
At night, I lay awake at night waiting for the heart attacks to put me asleep. No! Ah!
That's how
Ah!
you sounded. That's dead. That's how you sounded. That was crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's
Oh,
funny, bro.
that is funny. Ah. Studio audience, you know it's all out of love. You know it's all out of love.
I love you too.
Hey man, I called it, and I've been calling it on and off the screen. You're becoming a fan favorite. They're the reason I say that because good friend of the podcast, Rob, he messages me about you all the time, literally talking about stuff that you say, talking about stuff that you do. He found the booty scoot to be hilarious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go back and watch episode 29. This man literally booty scooted across the floor and then crawled out of frame. Like the funniest thing.
Drink some water.
But I say that about
Ugh.
Rob to say that I have another story time from Rob.
Fun.
Ugh.
And I feel like this might end up being its own section, story time with Rob.
I love that so much.
But this one goes back to his earlier days working. As I said, we both met at a news station.
Yeah.
It goes back to his earlier days working there. He knew a person at the station who was cool. She enjoyed life or whatever. She decided, hey, to invite him to a birthday party. He's like, all right, cool. They finished the shift. He goes to the party. He gets into the party. He realizes that his friend has left out a very crucial piece of information. It's a swinger's birthday party.
Oh.
There's literally a freaking hot tub in the living room. Apparently, there's like a hot tub in the living room.
That's so funny.
So he's there, literally just smoking cigarettes, chilling, whatever. Apparently, that night he learned that his friend could suck a mean one. Not from personal experience, but because he watched.
Oh.
And he was there, according to him, was there all night. Literally there long enough to where he ran out of cigarettes. And at the point in which he ran out of cigarettes and decided it was time for him to leave, he finds his friend and tells her, all right, I'm out, I'm going to leave. To which she responds, oh, you're still here? She was so deep in it, she didn't even know he was still there.
That's crazy. That'd have been like,
man, what?
That's crazy.
It's very crazy. And it's so interesting and just, it's a mess. It is a mess.
That is a hot mess.
But that is the story time with Rob for this week. I know after this episode airs, he's gonna drop in my DM. He's gonna give me another story. He's gonna tell me something crazy. He's gonna find something that we say in today's episode, and he is going to absolutely just. he's gonna be like, oh yeah, that reminded me of this time. Oh yeah, that
I
reminded me of
can't
this
wait.
time.
I absolutely cannot wait for that.
It's wild. But before we move on, I actually, because I'm still thinking about Rob, I'm thinking about, remember we did the pineapple story at the last in the last like real
Yeah.
episode. I found out, and this basically has cemented the fact that I will never go on a Carnival cruise. Carnival
I know exactly where
Cruise
you're going.
has decided that they are banning the
Yep.
upside down pineapples on people's doors, to the point even that if they find them, they will take them down themselves.
Mm.
That has cemented that I will never go on a Carnival cruise. Literally, like
I
ever.
mean, if you go, at least then you won't find no swingers
Yeah,
on a Carnival Cruise.
you are absolutely right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
or you might, and they just have a different symbol. Then you just gotta learn the other symbols.
Maybe. You may gotta
Just
have
look
to
out for the swingers.
look. You're gonna have to like get creative. Be like swingers, group chat name, group chat ID number. Just start getting aggressive with the advertising.
Mm.
Look,
Right?
you
They
can't
said you
you
couldn't have the pineapple. They couldn't say that we're swingers. They didn't say you couldn't say that.
exactly. So like you could like you just got to get creative. You got to get aggressive. Then you do what you got to do. That's what I would
That's
do anyway.
that's facts.
But we are going to move on. We are not gonna skedaddle, swaddle. I don't know. We're not gonna delay.
What?
We're not gonna dilly dally.
Dilly dally.
There were a lot
That's
of
the word.
words that kind of meshed together. I was trying to say like dilly dally, da 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 da. I have two different anime discussions for this week, and I'm gonna let you choose which one we do. The first one is you get one episode from a singular anime, so literally just one episode, to convince someone to watch anime. What show slash episode is it, or which one is better when convincing someone to watch anime? Telling them to watch it with subtitles or telling them to watch it with the dub?
Mm.
Which one do you think?
Both solid. Both solid questions. Okay, I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
the first.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go with the first one. So you get you get one episode from one show to convince somebody to watch an anime to watch anime.
Yes.
What show and what episode?
See, that's crazy because it depends on the person. I would want to go based off the person. But
Let's
if I
just
just go like general across the board,
yeah, just like general across the board.
I'm gonna go with I don't know if it's one episode or it's like over the span of a few episodes,
Okay.
but any fight episode from the what should that possibly the entertainment art district
Okay, from
of
Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer. Yes, but one because all the animation in that
Fucking beautiful. It
was
is. It is.
exactly so. Like, if nothing else, watch for the animation. Like, yeah, the fight's been going for 8 years, but like, watch it for the animation
That's valid.
and just be amazed.
That's valid. I have three immediate. Well, I got five really.
5.
I do have
Okay,
five, but three are from one anime, three are from the other, and they're specific
fair,
episodes. My top three would
fair.
either be the very first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho,
Okay,
the very first episode, either that episode, the episode where it's and this is gonna be spoiler because I have to explain it in order to really give my reason. So just spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched Yu Yu Hakusho, who maybe one day will. The second episode will be the episode during the Dark Tournament arc when Yusuke has to pass the test that Genkai has given him in order to receive and unlock more power. But specifically, I'm talking about the episode where he has received the power and he is trying to make it his own, where he's in the cave going through possibly the worst experience of his entire life outside of everything that's already happened to him. Because and the reason that I picked those two episodes specifically, because it's not necessarily about the action that happened in those two episodes, but it's the emotion. Those two episodes I feel like are so driven with emotion. And really, Yu Yu Hakusho is a show that, like, the emotion is what drives the action, if that makes sense. Like, it's not just action for the sake of action. Like, the emotion that falls or that carries the action is what makes it so compelling, because you're remembering the story that made all of this what it is. And the third episode from Yu Yu Hakusho that I would choose is also during the Dark Tournament arc. But this one specifically, and it is again spoiler, is the episode where Yusuke unlocks the full extent of his power up to point in the show and faces the Toguro brother, the younger Toguro brother. And this is like their big climactic fight, like the final fight that these two will have. That episode, that is the episode in my mind that's like, it's not the best action of the entire show, but that is one of those ones where it's like, damn, this is some good shit. This right here. Because like, and the way that they do it, and I think that anime has lost this, really, the way that they set up the episode, because they do a small little like snippet of like how we got here, of kind of like the like set it up, opening credits, and then they get right into the action and they go. That is something that Yu Yu Hakusho did so beautifully that I think that it works in a way that can't be described. Now the fourth one on this list is Dragon Ball Z, and I feel like there are going to be some people who might know this one, who know exactly, but there is a specific episode during the Cell Saga, and the only reason that this one gets me, or I say it, is because of what happens at the end of the episode. There's a specific moment where Gohan unlocks his potential in the Cell Saga, and he goes Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. Because that moment in the show, for a lot of people, was a major turning point in the show, because that was that moment where it was just like, ah! Like, I still get chills. Like, I will go back and like watch that specific scene so well. Like, it's and the thing about it is, it's such a good episode, and it's such a good moment in the episode that even the abridged version of the show did it justice, and I get chills from the abridged version too. Like, that's how good that is. And the last one for me would be the episode in the Boo Saga. This is a crazy one. The episode in the Boo Saga, where this is going to be a sad one, really, where Vegeta is facing Majin Buu, and this is when he's still Fat Buu. And he's Majin Vegeta, and he realizes, like, the only way I can beat him is by sacrificing myself. And he has a moment where he goes to his son, and he's like, my son, I've never hugged you, have I? His son, mind you, his son is like, I want to say like 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. Like, right. he is a child. And he was like, my son, I've never hugged you, have I? And he takes a moment and he hugs his son. And of course his son is like, what? What's going on? He hugs his son. And then immediately after hugging him, knocks him unconscious. Boom! Knocks him unconscious. Goku's kid, his youngest son, Goten, is like, what did you do that for? Adults aren't supposed to hit kids! He knocks out Goten too. And then he looks at Piccolo and he goes, take them far away. Make sure they're safe. And before he leaves, he looks at Piccolo and he goes, do you think I'll see him on the other side? Talking about Goku, because Goku's dead. And he was like, you know your past. You know what you've done. I don't believe that you're going where he went.
I know.
And literally, in doing that. That was one of the most dramatic episodes. Literally, he goes, "For you, Boma, Trunks, and yes, even you, Kakarot." And that is one of the most emotionally powerful moments in the show. And I'm just sitting here like, I can fucking cry every time I see it because I'm just like, he hugged his son. He hugged him for the first time. Like, like I fucking cry thinking about that shit because that shit is wild to me. Those are my five. Those would be my top five picks if I had to pick. Studio audience, I'm giving you enough time. What would you say?
Is it just episodes, or can it be like a part of scene in the movie?
My guy.
What episode? One anime. My God.
Okay.
That was literally the whole question.
Yes.
And yes, I did five, but they were all each one episode.
Okay. Um, I would say, well, it's near the end of it, anime, but I was thinking Mob Psycho 100,
Ooh.
where
Ooh.
he had that realization, like he found himself. I know it's near the end of the anime, but I think it would resonate with a lot of people because I believe a lot of people prioritize other people's needs before their own and not realize who they're looking at in the mirror every day.
Oh, that's real good. That's a good one. Okay, you know what? That's a good one. I feel like if I never watched anime and you showed me that, I'd be like, "What is this? That's so cool!" Like I would. So you know what?
Solid choice.
Yeah, it is a very solid choice. And you said any like one episode from the entertainment district, right?
Yeah, but specifically like the fight scene, but the fight scene with Yuzuru,
Okay.
not
Oh,
with Gaki. That
oh,
second half.
that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. I thought you were gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say the episode with the fight scene with Tanjiro and the sister when Nezuko gets involved
No.
and they fucking fan service the hell out of like demon form Nezuko. I still hate
No.
that shit so bad.
I don't like it. I saw a Funko of it. I was like, I don't want that.
And I'll be honest. My reason for hating the fan service of Demon Nezuko wasn't even necessarily because of the anime or the manga itself. It was literally because of the artist and the people that were sexualizing her after the fact. Like, dude, she's still a kid.
Yeah, she's still
She's
like
still a
15,
kid.
bro.
I don't even think she's 15. I think she's literally like 12.
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
Like, she's like 12, and even still, it's bad, but like, it's even worse when you remember she is a literal child.
Right. A child.
It's,
A
it's
possessed child.
it's a wildness. It is a wildness, and I agree with you that it's a solid episode. I think that would be like again agreed. Like if I was not watching anime and you were like, no, sit down and watch this one specific episode, and I just watched that, I'd be like, huh, is all of it that pretty? Like, is all the animation? Which of course you'd have to break my heart and be like, no, not every anime is this animatedly gorgeous, but
But you gotta follow the context to see how
right.
we got to this point.
I
And
think
you'll find some good, beautiful moments in between the journey.
I feel like for me, if I had to choose Demon Slayer, like if I did go off of Demon Slayer off of your pick, I would choose the episode, the fight scene between I think it's Rengoku and the Upper Moon, and one of the
Uh
right before
in the
right
movie.
the one that was at the end of Mugen Train.
Oh, Akaza.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you know the names because
Akaza.
they've introduced so many characters in that show that like I cannot remember all the names.
I'm waiting for his arc to come up.
Oh yeah, oh
I'm ready for Akaza.
it's gonna
I'm
be
ready for
great.
that.
It's gonna be great.
I yes,
It's
and
gonna
I'm
be
ready
great.
for it. That and Shinobu's. I'm ready for both of them.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
I listen, I have so much Shinobu stuff, and I know what's gonna happen, but I'm still ready for it.
That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the first moments where I was like, I'm proud of you. Because you were like, yeah, I read the manga, I read the manga, and I'm just like, oh, a fellow manga reader. And you're black too.
Yes.
Like, and I don't say that as if it's an oddity, but like, just I guess in my life where I'm at, it's so few and far between that I find other black people that read manga as well. So I'm just like,
I'm just impatient when it
I mean,
comes to stuff. I'm
I
impatient.
I get that. That's kind of a lot of why I did My Hero, why I'm reading Undead Unluck, why I'm about
Mm,
to start reading some of the other ones that I have in my playlist. Why I've read up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Like it's the
mm.
same thing because like I'm impatient. I
I'm
am,
so
and I just want it to.
I need answers, and y'all aren't animating fast enough for me.
I don't believe if they're not animating fast enough. If they got to deal with their superior that are all booty cheeks.
I'm gonna draw it myself, damn it.
She said, I'm gonna do it myself.
I'm gonna do it flip book style. You should give me a stack of post-it notes. Shh. I'm
Not
gonna get it done.
not old anime style. Oh my god. Not the old
Yeah.
animation style back in the Mickey Mouse day.
It's like, fuck, I missed the page. Hold on, let me go back.
It's like, hold on. Two of them were stuck together. Hold on.
There you go.
That's good.
That's good stuff.
We're going to move on. We're going to move on to our penultimate section of today's episode, which is entitled Shit for a Shot. Today's shot is vodka in our lovely Caicos Island shooter. You see Caicos Island ruled by Britain. You can see
Nice.
it right there, Caicos Island. We went on our honeymoon. It was wonderful. I loved it. Uh, I wish above all else that we can go back sooner, but it probably won't until like 2026, and I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I wish we could. But for our shit for a shot, oh god, this one for me, I guess is come up on TikTok a lot recently. Something happened recently
Mm-hmm.
where a black woman
Mm-hmm.
made a TikTok, not necessarily disparaging, but admonishing, I guess I should say, the ghetto gastric brand. Ghetto Gastro, that's what it's called. Ghetto Gastro. And I don't know if you've
Mm-hmm.
seen, they have a brand of tart, they're kind of like Pop Tart, but they're called Bop Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, I don't know if this is true or not, but I did see somebody else's TikTok that said they're called Bop Tarts because black owned products. So I think
Um,
Bop Tarts, it is supposed to be like Pop Tart, but it's like all natural flavors, all natural ingredients,
okay.
black owned company, all of that. But the problem that I'm coming to, which is for this shit for a shot, is because she has been getting dragged for it when all she said was, and she never even said it was a bad thing that they made this brand or that they made it. What she was saying was, as a community, we shouldn't always just jump to like support and celebrate these things when the marketing behind them. Because when you look at a, because even you just made that face when I said ghetto gastro, like that's not a, like you, like the negative connotations that come with ghetto already is
Right.
bad, and it's like, yes, we are trying to break those negative connotations, but you got to think about like this, like it's not a good, and that's all she was saying, and she was speaking her opinion that like this is, she's speaking her opinion that like it was a bad name. I don't think it's a good name, and then to call them Bop Tarts, like bop is a slang for it's slang for a hoe. So it's
Right.
just so it's just like, and I think, and truthfully, and I'll say it, I think that she's valid in her opinion and criticism of Bop Tarts and Ghetto Gastro, because her whole argument was we should not just decide we're going to celebrate and push these products just because they're black owned. Because, and I'll sit here and I'll say it. If I see a black owned product or I see like a black owned business, I'm gonna support 100%. But at the same time, I'm gonna have that like, because even with like Slutty Vegan, first time I heard of Slutty Vegan, I was like, Slutty Vegan? Like I looked at their menu. I looked at their menu and I was just like, these names. Like I thought it was interesting, but at the same time I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Cause I'm like, that's so niche and so like specific, like narrowed in. Even to the point to where you walk into the restaurant, the whole like staff, the whole kitchen staff literally goes, we got 2 sluts in the building. Sluts in the building. And it's like,
No, funny story about that. My little sister actually went there, and when she walked in, they were like, "Hey, slut," and she was so embarrassed.
and see that's
I was like,
part of
dude,
that's literally part of the thing that is like, yeah, I get it. It's a marketing thing because yes, it does get eyes on the product. Yes, it does get
right.
attention. But it's like you got to think long term. And I say that with the also mark of saying Bop Tarts, it seems like they've done really well because they're selling out of TikTok. They got their own website. Apparently they have their own like air fryers that you can buy. Apparently they sell
An
them
air
at Walmart.
fryer.
Yeah, apparently they got an air fryer. I saw that while scrolling on TikTok. And like I'm
Go
good. I'm
down.
glad for them. Yeah, right. I'm happy for them. Go off. Do it. But at the same time, it's
Mm.
like you understand that it's almost in a point where you're setting yourself up for failure when you put these names on things. Even to us. Yeah, I would like black people to see our podcast and be like, "Oh, it's a black podcast. Oh, they drinking and having a good time while they're doing it." But if somebody were to look at us and go, the drunk texting podcast, that's not really for me. I'd be like, hey, that's fine. It's not gonna be for everyone, and you're fair and valid in your criticism. You're not disparaging. You're not saying, oh, this podcast is trash because of their name. They're just saying like, okay, well, it's not for me because of the name. Like, and that's
And that's
fine.
fair.
And that loops back into what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe that she is getting fairly talked about or talked to for the fact that she just is openly criticizing. And she's just like, look. And she even responded and she was like, look, I don't believe for a single solitary second that us just supporting blindly other black people is going to break us out and pull us out from under the boot of oppression. We've got to do more than just blindly supporting because that's not going to help. Because like, oh, you just go blindly support. Boom. All right, cool. But it's like, that's not helping. It's not. We got to do something more. You know?
Like, I'm gonna support a black business, but at the end of the day, I'm still need you to be a business. Like, if
Thank
I
you.
try you the first time and your service is not good, your product is not good, I'm not supporting you no more because you're bad as a
Exactly.
business.
And that's why I've gone on and have said this before that uh Keith Lee was one of the best and worst things to happen to the black owned restaurant community. Because yes, he does and before I go into that, I know he doesn't just do black restaurants. I know that, but I'm specifically talking about his light that he shined on black restaurants. Because here we go. He does shine a good light on smaller black owned restaurants that need help getting business. But at the same time, he's not going to call you and say like, "Oh, they were wonderful and great" just because you're a black owned business. He is going to call you out and say, "Yes, this business, the food is good, but the service was trash." Or the
Yeah,
service was good, but the food is not for me. That's
yeah,
why I feel like people really unfairly judged him when he came through Atlanta. Cause like he
mm,
really called a lot of people out that like, and even though he didn't say it outright, I'ma say it. A lot of these businesses in Atlanta, a lot of these restaurants don't deserve to be open. They don't deserve to be open, and they don't deserve even half of the business that they get because of bad service. You gotta pay for parking. You gotta pay for the time that you're parked in the parking lot. You gotta pay to wait in the restaurant. You pay for the food in the restaurant. They blast in all kinds of crazy music. It's not even like good, soft comfort music. A lot of these places call themselves brunch places, be closed by 2:00. Then it's like, well, what you doing? Why can't we get good food all the time today? Like, I understand some brunch places, but it's like, if you don't even open until 11 and you close at 2, like, what are you doing? You can't serve people like that. And it's
You
like,
open it and close in the kitchen.
exactly.
That's exactly. So
It boggles my mind how there are some people who literally are like, I'm going to blindly support black businesses just because they're black. When it's like, no, let's be real. If we want to get better and grow as a community, we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be able to be honest with ourselves, because if we're not able to be honest with ourselves, we will never grow.
that's facts.
And so that's why and I'll say it again, I feel like she did not get a good fair shake on her opinion. Which, again, is her opinion. Her opinion.
There are just some black folks in the world who, if you are not 100% all black, everything, all day, every day, you're a hater. And that's the people who are jumping down her throat. Like, hear her out for 2 seconds
Literally.
before you jump down her throat.
There are so many people in the black community that are like, well, try to hear both sides before you cast judgment. But then they're the same people that are like, as soon as you say something that I don't agree with, now I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Exactly.
And it's a mess. But I think I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to take this shot, and I'm going to say my mantra like I say every time. That was some shit, so this is the shot. So I'm going to take this shot because that was some shit. Speaking of shots, before we go to our last section, oof. Remember I was talking about earlier in the episode how we went to a cousin kickback Friday on the in South Carolina. We went and we took the shot. We were doing a shot. We did like a round of shot, and one of the cousins actually did one of my favorite toast, 2 shots. And when he started it, I got excited, and we both said it. And I was so, because I don't know if you've ever heard me say it, the up to it, down to it, fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink. He did that. And I was like, what? You know that one? It surprised me every time I talk to you, big dog. Every time I talk to you, it's a new surprise.
I'm about to say at family reunions, we take like the whole at family reunions we get the whole family takes a family shot. Like everybody, if you are able bodied and you can legally drink, you better have a shot in your hand. Or there's like 10 different cousins walk around with a bottle just to get you a shot. And there's always like some uncle on the mic saying it. And we all gotta take it together. The only folks who not taking it is like great grandma over there, and that's because she's like 90 something.
Honestly, though, I want to start doing that. Like when we have family reunion, pass out them little red cups, the little red shot glass cups. Pass them around, be like, shot of vodka for everybody.
Nah, they be doing like shots of Crown, shots of hand, like it be everybody taking different shots, different stuff.
Lord have
But
mercy.
it's a great time, very great family bonding moments.
I ain't gonna lie though, if I had more money, I definitely would have. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't have. And this is why. And this is one of my reasons why I say I hate South Carolina. Oh, I just thought about this. It irritated me to my very core. In South Carolina, you can't buy hard liquor after 7:00 p.m.
That's lame. So if I want liquor, I gotta go earlier in the day.
Yes. We tried to go to get liquor. We tried to go to get liquor after we left the movie theater before we went to the kickback because we were like, we're gonna take some drinks with us. We went to a big ass liquor store that was 2 sides. So one side it was like wines, hard seltzers, beers, and stuff of that like. The other side was the hard liquor, so your Hennessy, your vodka, your Crown. I tried to go into that side. The door wouldn't open. The guy inside at the register goes, we can't sell hard liquor after 7:00. It's a state rule.
That's dumb.
And I said it loudly. I said, bro, what? South Carolina sucks. And I said it loud too. And we laughed about it after we left the store. That guy looked so sad while he was ringing us up. Because I had said what I said. And I unapologetically said it. Like, that
You just
irritated me.
insulted that man's whole life.
Look, he probably went home and was like, a young man hurt my feelings today because he said South
He said
Carolina
South Carolina.
sucks. It's
I'm
not my
sorry, South Carolina might suck.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault we can't sell liquor after 7. I didn't make the rule. Yes, you did. You
I
probably
know,
voted
right?
on it.
Right.
Dog on
Lame.
it. But yeah, that's I might I might make a TikTok about that too. My top 3 reasons why I hate South Carolina. People talk and have no movie theater etiquette. You gotta basically drive over or under an interstate to get anywhere in the damn state, and you can't buy liquor after 7 p.m. Like, them my top 3 reasons.
Solid reason.
Them my top 3 reasons. I can't stand it. Why the
That's
hell
solid.
did I have to go under the interstate to get from the hotel to one of the aunt's houses? Like, literally, it's a 15-minute drive from the hotel to one of the aunt's houses. Why do I have to pass the interstate to get to her house? That makes no sense.
Hey, South Carolina, man.
Terrible. Horrible. But I think I've raved enough about South Carolina being a terrible, horrible, no good, dirty, rotten state. We're going to get into our last section of today's episode by the unprepared Kristal. It is entitled...
Unprepared.
Are you prepared with the Am I the Asshole as read by Kristal?
I am. Thank you very much.
Ooh, well, excuse me.
Oh, fuck, where'd it
With
go?
that being said, I will hand it over to Miss Deshawn.
All right, here we go.
Oh
Here we
Lord, not the bifocal ass.
go. Am I asshole for throwing
Ooh,
my performance report of our relationship out?
rerun that back because you kind of got a connection.
Am I the asshole for throwing my boyfriend's performance report of our relationship out?
Am I the asshole for throwing the performance report out?
Performance report of our relationship out.
Right, but like, so like, meaning like you threw it out and then like you didn't care, or like you threw it out and then you threw it at him, like, this is your performance report. I don't have a judgment on this one. You're gonna have to read it for me to. You're gonna have to really read it for me to get this one.
All right, here we go. So I, 27F, have been with my boyfriend Mark, 29M, for 3 years. We live together in a small apartment. Nothing fancy, but it works. Anyway, Mark's always been a bit particular about stuff. Like he folds his socks into little balls and gets all weird if I don't. Whatever, I deal with it because I love him. But recently, he's been on this kick about optimizing our life or whatever. He watches these YouTube dudes who say dumb stuff like your partner should add value to your existence, and relationships are about ROI.
Oh, not he's listening to
And
the podcast, bros.
yes, and now he thinks he's a genius. So last week we're eating dinner, and out of nowhere he goes, I think we need to have a performance review of our relationship. I'm like, oh, what now? He says it's like at a job where you check in and see if things are going well or need improvement. I honestly thought he was joking, so I laughed. Big mistake. Okay, I only read part of this and now I'm tweet. He pulls out a folder, a legit actual folder with papers in it. This man wrote up a
No,
whole
no, a
this
folder. Not the man coming
folder.
prepared like a 5th grade teacher.
This man wrote up a whole list of stuff I need to improve on, like I'm a bad employee or something. He's like, you've been slacking on cooking meals, and I feel like your gym attendance is inconsistent. Also, you don't fold my socks the right way, which shows a lack of attention to detail. Y'all, I stared at him like he grew a second head. I said, "Are you doing a performance review on me?" And he's like, "Yes, but don't take it personally. It's just about making sure we're both putting in 100%." So I ask, "Where's your performance review?" And he blinks at me and says, "Well, I don't think that's necessary because I'm already doing a lot." So I snapped. I said, "Mark, I'm your girlfriend, not your employee. And if you want 100%, maybe try being 100% boyfriend first." I grabbed the folder and threw it in the trash. He got mad and said I was being emotional and not open to constructive criticism. Now he's barely speaking to me and says I embarrassed him by overreacting. His best friend said I should have heard him out because it's a unique approach to a relationship. But, like, am I crazy here? Am I the asshole?
First things first, you better have a update on this.
There is an update.
Good. Now, before we get to the update, 100% she is not the asshole. The fact that she even sat and listened, y'all watched it, y'all saw me, I clutched my pearls. Cause how dare you have the audacity
A little audacity.
to actually pull out a folder talking about some damn. Well, you're slacker. You're not cooking meals for me. Your gym
The stop.
attendance is inconsistent. You do not fold my socks the right way, which shows a lack of attention to detail.
I really wish a nigga would. You will, like, you and your papers is gonna get out.
Oh
I
my
have a
god.
sneaking suspicion he might have OCD.
OCD.
Not an excuse. Not an
To pull
excuse.
out a whole
No,
folder?
I'm not defending him. It just sounds like something somebody with OCD
And no, you
might.
can't even use that because of the fact that she said that he didn't start acting this way until he started watching the fucking podcast bros on
Oh,
YouTube. So no, and it's even worse because if it was just something that he came up with out of his ass, I might be able to be a little bit more forgiving and understanding. But the fact that you have the nerve to come to her with this after you had after you started listening to all of these podcasts, bro, then yeah, you absolutely like you deserve to get dumped and broken up with, and I hope that's what she said. Please give me the update because you said that was an update. I need an update.
I'm gonna say my opinion first.
Okay, fine.
It's the folder
It
with
is the folder.
legit papers in it. It's the fact that when she asked for his, he was like, "Oh, I'm doing fine. There's nothing wrong with me." My guy, there is. A lot of things wrong with you, my guy. And then you told your best friend about it. And then your friend said, "Hear me out." Now, what I will say, he probably still could have done this, but done a completely different approach to it.
Oh,
Don't have it in a
100%.
folder. Don't do it like, "Hey, I've been noticing that you're not particular about my socks. Can you like try to fold them,
Right.
please?" You know,
Like
but
for me, and I'll say this from personal experience. I don't. I do what I like to call a temperature check. Basically, just
mm,
get the temperature of the relationship. Just see, are we still good? Have we overheated? Or have some things gotten cold? Do we need to do like what's going on? And I
right.
ask her, I'm like, am I doing anything that's upsetting you, or am I doing anything that's putting you at ends with me? Is there anything that I could do better in our relationship? And then once I've opened that dialogue, of course, then that opens the dialogue to where she comes to me and she's like, "Oh well, is there anything on my end?" And of course, we're both like, "Nah, we're good. We rock solid over here." But like,
Yeah.
it's still good to have that conversation. It's good to act that
Right.
way.
Yeah, I'm about to say we do that from time to time. We'll just be sitting there chilling, like, "Hey,
We
like
good?
check in. How you doing?" Like, I'm good. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Housework is good. Just making sure we all good. Anything I need to improve on? No, you're doing good. Anything I need to improve? No, I'm chilling. Like, that's that's a performance review.
Hit him
it's
with
not.
the, hit him with the. How's the wife and kids? How they doing?
Right. I said like the kids crazy. But though that's a performance review, and I think,
Right.
all's well. Just go about it the right way,
I
but
mean,
not for the
I
edits.
feel like it's all fun and game. I feel like it's all fun and game till they hit you with the, well, maybe you could suck a little bit more dick around here, but
Next time I'm coming with an actual folder.
that's crazy.
Next,
Hey, hey,
next time he
it ain't gonna be aimed
next
at
time
me.
you say how you doing, I'm gonna pull out a folder, a legit folder, and I'm gonna write some stuff and just
Look,
no,
it ain't
I
gonna be
don't
aimed at
like the
me.
way you fold clothes.
I wonder if her reaction would have been worse if he came out with a PowerPoint.
I'd have died if you came out with a PowerPoint, bro.
The way
Because it's
I
even
feel
worse.
like she would have burned the house to the ground or the apartment to the ground if he came out with a PowerPoint. Because like I feel like that's more disrespectful
It
than
is because I mean
the
you took
photo.
the time to make it look all nice on a PowerPoint. You set up a way to display it on the TV.
Right.
Like you would do entirely so many more steps.
The
Like you
PowerPoint and
PowerPoint and a photo so you can follow along
look,
with the PowerPoint.
you projected it. Look, you projected it to the screen.
I'm a CC you on the email with the PowerPoint in it to make it more disrespectful. All right, here we go. All right,
Update.
update one.
Ooh.
Wow, this post blew up. I am planning on leaving him soon. We'll update when I do that. Tomorrow, probably.
Bum bum
Up,
bum.
update two. I broke up with him,
Yay!
and that's it.
Good for her.
Someone said put him on a. Someone in the comments said put him on a PIP.
On a what?
A PIP.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's so funny. Oh, someone said this is just like the boyfriend that did a PowerPoint on his girlfriend's cooking.
Damn, not on the girlfriend's cooking.
I kill someone. Someone said throw the whole man away. Honestly, yeah.
Throw the whole man away. Throw him whole.
No,
Throw him.
someone said tell him to resign.
Ha! Nah, give him a pink slip.
All right, go ahead and take the pay slip for me.
It's like your final day will be in today.
All right, your employment is now terminated, effective immediately.
Damn, I kind of wish she would
Turning
have.
turning your keys.
I kind of wish she would have given a full update on how he reacted.
Right, that'd be great. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read this comment, then I'm gonna end this section.
I bet.
This comment taught me. It says, "I find your dick size is lacking. I may need to do some outsourcing."
Damn. I I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be inconsolable for at least 7 to 10 business days if that was ever told to me. Like, genuinely, I feel like I would actually crash out. Like, I say I'd crash out about a lot of things, but that right there, because I'll admit this right here on the podcast. I have been well blessed, at least to the point to where, to my knowledge, I have been well accepted. If I was told by any one person that I've done things with that I could be bigger or that they find it unappealing or they find it lacking and that they would outsource, yeah, I'm crashing out because it's just like, what do you mean?
When
Like
you now have nothing to live for.
that is quite literally a strike to my manhood. Like, what do you mean? Granted, I use that term very loosely, but like, come on now.
So funny.
It's a mess. It is a mess, a mess on all fronts. Damn.
Hot mess.
I'm glad she broke up with his ass.
Yeah, that would have sent me all the way. Dinner is now over. Your socks are now your dinner, and they're packed in bags.
Absolutely. Wait a
But
minute.
that's valid on the folding clothes thing. That's very valid.
Who the fuck? Sorry,
What?
it's random, very random. But somebody joined the Discord like
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago, 3 days
I
ago,
saw that.
and
I
I'm
saw
sitting here
that.
like, who are you? I'm gonna wave to say hello, but I have no like, who are you?
Who are you, bro?
Who are
It,
you
it might
people?
it might be a viewer. We'll know.
And look, I feel like it might be Rob.
Either way,
I,
welcome.
I feel like it might be Rob because his real name starts with that letter.
I'm dead.
It might be. It
That'd be
might.
great.
It might be Rob.
That would be great.
That would be great, but we'll see. But yeah, agreed. I think it's agreed upon on all fronts that she is not the asshole. She absolutely deserved to dump him, and he deserves to be alone for the rest of his life.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to gonna end today's episode. We're gonna get to the ending, and as always, as is tradition, I will finish off the rest of this drink before we skedaddle. Jesus loves me. Ah, ah,
Love me. Bro, get up.
ah, get up. Bro, I don't know why that is the funniest sound to me. Like, that's one of the funniest sounds to me. And it came from that is a wrestling meme. That is
What?
I think it's Meek Mill. He was at WrestleMania last year, and I don't know if he was talking to The Rock or Randy Orton, or not Randy Orton, The Rock or Roman Reigns, and he was like, "Get up!"
That sounds gross.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I'm gonna send it to you on. Hey, hold on. While we here, I'm gonna confront you on the podcast. Where have you been on TikTok? Because I have sent you quite
Listen,
literally
listen,
hundreds
listen.
of
When I
TikToks.
tell you work was so chaotic, I
I'm
have
finna
not had
count.
time.
I'm finna
I
count.
literally I literally did not have time. I would come home. I wouldn't get home. Like one night, I literally did not get home till almost 11:30 at night, and I went straight to bed.
So I
That was my
literally
norm.
listen. I
I have
count,
not. I
and
haven't even been on TikTok for real lately.
I'm gonna say it because I say it for all of my friends. I send you TikToks because I care about you and I love you, and I'm gonna
I
tell you
know.
all of these
I have
things,
so
and
many.
I'm gonna count how many TikToks I've sent you because it means so much to me, and I find all of these funny TikToks, and I think about you when I see them, and I'm like, I
Listen,
think Krista would like them, and I ought to share them
I
with
haven't
her.
had time. I literally have not. I haven't been on TikTok lately.
One,
Like
two,
you can ask. I haven't been on.
three,
You'll be
four,
counting for a while, big dog. Because just today
9, 10,
is 23.
15, 16, 19,
Like
20,
this.
21,
This is really the first time I'm playing TikTok today.
24, 28, 30, 34, 38, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 technically, even though that one's not available anymore. 50, 51, 52, that one's also not available. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 83, technically that one isn't available anymore. 84, 85, that one isn't available. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 102, that one's not available. 103, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 129, that one's not available. 130, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 126, that one's not available. 107, 28, 39, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 140, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 150, 1, 2, 3. 153! I've sent you. They date back to like November the 11th.
Yeah, that's when work started getting crazy.
Literally, they date back to November 11th. I sent you one that I literally spent the entire weekend working on because I literally had an idea. And I'm going to also talk about this on the podcast. I have this weird thing where I get an idea for a TikTok sound and I use it for wrestling. I've done
Was it the
two of them.
wrestling and the musical one?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
I literally,
Some of them I watch, I just don't respond.
I have
Because I
this
like
weird,
watch it and I forget.
I have this weird thing, and it's in my mind. I don't know what it is. I think I have some. I kind of think I have the tism. I should see a psychologist. Where I will like hear a sound on TikTok, and I'm like, nobody done this for wrestling, so let me do wrestling with this sound. And I edit, and I spend like 3 days editing because I have a weird thing where I really want my editing to do well. I do that for a living. I'm a videographer and video editor, and I really, really, really want them to come out well. And I do a really good job, in my opinion, and I work so hard, and I think they're so great, and then they don't get views. I'm locked in like the 200 view jail. I don't know what I did. I feel like it might be because I comment on people's posts, and a lot of my comments get flagged. I will admit that. Over the past like month, I've had like 8 or 9 of my comments get flagged. And like only 3 of them, when I appealed them, did not get reinstated. So far, all of them except for maybe 3 have not been reinstated. But every time I get locked, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Literally, and you know what? I'm going down a rabbit hole because I'm actually upset by it. Literally, my last video got 68 fucking views. Like 200, 369, 295, 304, 140 something, 359, 141, 272, 59, 957. That one was about Wicked the Musical. 100, 300, 90, 602, 600. The edits. The two that I've done with edits, I'm so upset. I literally did one of my edits got 600 views, the other one got 300. I'm so upset. I genuinely, I love doing this. I love making these crazy, weird, quirky videos, and they never get views, and it upsets me. It upsets me to my core because I like doing this. I want to do this on a more serious note, and I apologize for that because I know that probably is going to come across on the video. It's going to sound terrible. And I'm ranting because it's like I care so much and I want these videos to do so great. And it's just like, and I'm so happy for my wife. Don't get me wrong. My wife posted a video yesterday, and I'm going to tell this story. Well, not yesterday. By the time this episode comes out, it will have been like 4 or 5 days. We were driving home from our hometown, and before we get to the next time, so from my hometown to the interstate, you have to actually drive like 30 minutes north to get up onto the interstate. There was a truck on the side of the road that had like that metal siding. You know which one I'm talking about. It had like the metal siding, and it said Cybertruck on the side. But the thing is,
wrong at that.
What really gets me,
That shit was spelled wrong.
what gets me is the fact that it was spelled wrong. It's literally spelled Cybor. Like, what the actual fuck?
Spelled fucking wrong.
And what really kills me, and I'm looking at, she had over 152,000 views on that video. And I'm sitting here like, what did I do? What did I do to TikTok? Because I refuse to pay for views. I refuse to pay for followers.
That one was just kind of mad funny.
This one was mad funny. Like, it had over 38,000 views. It was mad funny. And I'll admit, she literally had...
Yeah, I think it also might have been the sound.
That too. But like she literally had me turn, and I'll admit this. She had me turn around so she could get a shot of the truck. So like we passed it the first time. I turned around, she videoed it as we were going back, and then once I turned around again, she videoed it going the way that you see it in the video. It is so funny to me.
Funny.
And she even said it in the comments. She was like, "Yes, I made my husband turn around so I could get this video." Like,
that's the best Cybertruck I've ever seen.
Bro, it is fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
It's even funnier.
That shit's gonna go viral, dude. And I can't wait to see it posted on like Twitter or some shit.
Bro, if that shit ends up getting posted on Twitter, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna be laughing my fucking head off.
Yeah. I mean, other people have posted it on. Other people have posted it on Twitter.
Wait, what?
Not her. Not her exact video.
I was about to say
not her
like,
exact video, but like the truck itself, people have posted.
That shit is crazy.
On TikTok.
It's not clear. It's not clear.
Yeah. Clear. You can kind of see the truck. You can kind of see the truck there.
Let's see. Holy shit! Somebody did post it. I'm literally seeing the video.
Like the actual video?
Like I'm seeing like I don't see hers, but I see two people that have seen that and have posted it.
That's so funny.
I've now passed 4 videos. This shit got like 40,000 fucking views. Like,
it's so funny though.
Bro. Like, that shit is so crazy. Cyborg truck.
The cyborg truck.
Why it look like that?
All right, we got mad off track.
We got mad off track, but that's fine because this is what the Drunk Texting podcast is about. It's having fun, getting mad off track because one of us is obviously drunk. Listen, I know y'all that's watching it see it. My eyes done got droopy as the whole thing. Man, look, my eyes done got droopy as over here just like But yeah, man. It's been a great episode. I feel like this has been a great episode.
It's been a solid.
And like I genuinely have enjoyed. Like I think I've enjoyed today's episode like a lot.
I've enjoyed my time here.
Studio audience, sit your ass down. I can see your shadow in the background. Oh, look at you. Come on, man. Look, look at that. Something that I cannot. So this is something I can't now officially. I can't even we can't even do an official thing now. You have officially been. You have now officially been seen on the podcast. I might have to edit you out. I might edit you out. I might just edit.
Like a blur.
I might put a blur on your face. That's crazy.
Just insert a stick figure.
This man has now been seen on the podcast. I might blur him out. I really might. I don't know. Because one day we are. You know what? We might do an official reveal on the 1-year anniversary. I think that would be.
Yeah. For now, go sit down.
Go sit your ass down to the audience. I'm gonna have to. Damn it!
Your shadow, sit down, bro.
Damn it! Making me have to do extra work. Now I'm gonna have to put a Gaussian blur. Now I'm gonna have to put a Gaussian blur on the fucking video, bro. How you do me like that, bro? I thought we was cool. I thought we was friends.
Go to bed. Actually, go to bed, bro. Get yourself ready for bed.
Not go to bed. That's wild.
Get yourself ready for bed. Go do the night routine and go to bed.
Hey, at least he can get ready to go to bed. I'm letting you and all the people at home who's listening to this. By the time that this episode comes out, I will have edited and submitted a video to be a part of T-Pain's band. Because I don't know if you saw that. He posted on TikTok or on Instagram that he was looking for people to be a part of his band. And I did a couple snippets. Me and my purple P-bone here I have an actual brass trombone, but I think I enjoy my P-bone a lot better. It's a lot more convenient. It's lightweight. I can just it's nice. I love it. I will admit, it was fun getting to knock off the rust in order to actually like. It was fun getting to knock off the rust in order to like actually get in shape to perform, to do the audition. I'm not going to tell you what songs I perform. Depending on if I make it to the next round, I may or may not post the video to like social media. We'll have to see. But yeah, we've gotten way off topic like 4 times.
So
we're going to end today's episode seriously now. Okay.
yes.
If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, please do us a favor. Like the video. Like the Spotify episode. And also, please subscribe to us. Subscribe to us. Follow us. Love us. I said it and I meant it. With my full chest, I will do a reaction. I will do a whole reaction series right here on the YouTube. It will be its own playlist. JB reacts to Food Wars. If you get us to 100, if you get us to 100 followers on Spotify and 100 subscribers on YouTube, by the end of this year, I will literally do it on the second day of the new year. I can't do New Year's because that is my anniversary with my wife. Not our marriage anniversary, but the anniversary of the day we started dating. And I will not be doing any work on that day. But I will literally start on the second day of that year. And I would react. And I will react to 2 episodes at a time. Maybe 3, depending on how good the episodes are.
I'm going to give you the episodes.
And I will literally do the episodes. I will edit them. And I will post them. And there will be weekly uploads. Yeah. If you guys can get us to 100 on both Spotify and YouTube. But with that being said, you can find our podcast everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, Bluesky by the time this episode comes out, because I will be making us a Bluesky account. Everywhere at Drunk Text Pod. The links will be in the description of this video. And you can also find me at _YoungJB at _YUNGJAYBEE. Please, Miss Kristal Deshan, tell the people where they can find you, because I know they want to go and find you and stalk that pretty face of yours. Please.
They can find me everywhere at Kristal Deshan, KRISTALDESHANE.
Absolutely, we love that so very much. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all in the next episode, which will be episode 31. We will see you all next week. But please remember that you are loved. You are appreciated. And we are so very happy that you joined us here for today's episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.